Hey all, the Xenoxis. This is the Xenoxis show for the 27th of July 2025. And we're actually continuing on and stuff that I of course can continue on playing on the file as much as I want, because this is not this is this challenge part 1, this challenge part 2 and stuff that's not what this is, this is mostly to give you updates on things and just let me play like whatever, like I feel like, without making something a let's play and stuff that. Sometimes it's also to test like, okay, like how can I make a challenge harder and stuff that, and stuff like that. So yeah. So we currently have Ultima Weapon. Ultima Weapon you actually pick up in this specific dungeon. Let me show you. You pick it up in the Esper, not in the Esper Cave, where is it? It's not on the map anymore, I believe. Maybe even. Because it's basically on one of the caves that you go to, basically. Oh, there is a cave you go to, not near Tamasa, but because you go to the Imperial Observation Post, and then you go to where the place was over to the east there, basically, and stuff that. You go over that stuff, basically, and stuff that. You go over to the east there, for example, then you go like to where the gate is, basically, and stuff that. And there, for example, in one of the chests, you have the Ultima Weapon and stuff that. And it seems also that 255 is actually the max attack value, so that's maximum that you can reach. So if you're using, for example, Genny gloves, I gotten 2 Genny gloves now so far. I believe I got back the previous one, or maybe I haven't bought equipped. No, I have 2 Genny gloves here. It's good. So I'm not using my highest party members right now, basically, and stuff like that. But yeah, we have been to a lot of locations now. Esper Cave, I kind of miss the treasure chest, but I know that I can go back and get them. I'm also missing in the town there. I'm missing one thing in Narsha Mines. I don't know if that is if you can get that now, or if it's one of those that Shane yes, stuff like that. Masa is missing 2, of course, 2 items, and yeah, I'm pretty certain we have to get them now and stuff that, or whatever, because yeah, there are, of course, here's the thing, right? One thing that I figured that I noticed, and this was when because basically I was able to get back to Albrook, yes, confirmed it's at the port, the final thing in the final item you were missing. Because items are the ones that are counted as like hidden items and stuff that. The one in Albrook that we were missing required, of course, us to go with General Leo to the town where you find the old man and stuff that, that's when you found the final item in Albrook. Now, the interesting thing is that with the castle I've gotten everything in now, because I did find all the guards during the banquet or whatever. Like you do actually have enough time to talk to all of the different guards and stuff that. There are some more course that you need to fight, of course, as well. What's the crow doing, man? Is he building a nest? I don't know. Alright, so they do the Moss Castle there and stuff that. And yeah, Figaro Castle is still missing, but I'm pretty certain that the Figaro Castle won all of those stuff there, even including the items. One other one, I'm 100% certain that those are entered to the World of Rune, basically. And yeah, and currently I'm trying to get more skills on this character. But one thing that you will notice, for example, that Song Seeker is starred. A Song Seeker would normally not be allowed, of course, because it gives you magic plus 2. But the Rasp and Osmos, for example, you can see Rasp and Osmos are found on Shiva. Rasp and Osmos is found on Shiva, so you learn them on Shiva. And then Song Seeker also has Shell, and you can either learn Shell on Unicorn, or you can learn Shell on Carbuncle, as you can see here. That you only gain 1 times towards the speed towards, but there it is 2 times the speed. For example, like the thing determines there, the acquisition is how quickly you get something. So yeah, that's why Song Seeker is starred, even though I haven't used Song Seeker at all. Same thing is to, for example, Ifrit on Ifrit will show us being learned all of these, for example, on Terra, because Terra gets both Fire, Fear, and Rain. While I don't know if it always happens, but she got them those spells. I believe she already had them, or she got them when she was sleeping, so to speak, or whatever. But yeah, so Kirin, Shiva, Unicorn, Carbuncle, and basically Seraph are the ones that I'm allowed to use. But certain ones will get star used because of the overlap, as I said, like Rasp and Osmos on Shiva, for example. And then Unicorn has the shell, and Carbuncle also has the shell and stuff like that. And Carbuncle is generally better with shell and protect. Like, so learn the stuff on Unicorn, for example. Like, for example, you take Kirin, but then if you have access to the other ones, you don't learn Cure on Kirin because that's just a one-time sacrifice. So once you've learned everything else there, then you immediately jump over to Unicorn. You can learn Cure there. Now Shiva can also learn Cure, for example, as well here. And stuff like that. So it depends on how you want to jump around, right, and what other party members are using. He's currently using Kirin, right? Yeah, he's using Kirin, and Anev is using Unicorn. You can see the progress was something, but yeah. But yeah, he has a lot of raid so far and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'm just trying to get as much as possible. Sometimes it is really annoying to try and check the list and stuff like that. I kind of wish that the leap command got quote-unquote grayed out if you already have something and stuff like that. Do I have Hornet and Urox? I do have Hornet. Do we have Urok though? I don't see Urok here. Yeah, we don't have Urok. We have Hornet already, but yeah. Because I believe it's 50 that you need. I don't know if those 50s are all the skills that you can ever get on him, or if you can actually get more. Yeah, he gets the prayer beads in Doma, but I believe I could have gotten prayer beads earlier actually and stuff like that as well. And I believe the skills you get are the ones from when you jump and the ones when you land, not the ones that we get in between here. So if we get a bunch of battles in between here that we haven't done, basically even if you have auto battle on here, for example, like when you kill here, for example, and if he decides to stop here, for example, then use deactivate auto battle here. For example, you just deactivate it immediately. You kill, and even if you got an attack command queued up, it will get cancelled and stuff like that, you know. So keep that in mind. Yeah, 8 minutes already. Let's go and shit eventually. Improve, learn poison. Like not all the ones will give you. Okay, and I need regen. Yeah, regen, but once I have regen, I'm not going with Kiora. You said I can jump onto Unicorn, but Unicorn is already used by the other guy. So I won't be able to do that. So I would instead need to jump on Shiva is already low. So I can jump on Carbuncle then after that. And eventually on Seraph as well, because Seraph can technically learn Kiora really quick as well. So yeah. If I really want the Kiora, I can go on Seraph afterwards actually. Oh. And I believe you don't learn like every single battle you're on here, for example, or whatever, you know, but yeah. Sometimes it can take a while for him to show up, and I don't know if it has to do with that. There's a high chance to show up on enemies that. And I forgot if when you're on the wealth, if it matters where you keep in mind, right, you can see serpentines. Oh, how did you get the stuff in serpentines? So you basically park the airship near the serpentines. But as you know, the serpentines ends up going all the way to what do you call the place? All the way to Ikea there. For example, or once you jump down the serpentines and you do it, you end up in Ikea. But basically, there is a bridge there now that basically means that you can go all the way over to the right there. For example, like when you're in Ikea, you can go all the way over to the right there, and you can eventually get all the way back down to the Veld and back to the airship and stuff like that. So it takes a while to do stuff like that, but it's a good way to also get some customizing. Hopefully we can get it in this encounter now, so we can finally get the stray cat and stuff like that. Wow! You can see there, it just stopped there. So now we have a cat. Now we also should have the unknown thing, or whatever you call it. Yeah, rock. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Yeah, and I do have high party members, but it's just that I'm trying to get a bunch of party members up as well. So that. And yeah, and I know that I could probably use 4 party members here and stuff that. Oh, satellite I already have though. I already have satellite. Yeah, I already have satellite. Is something right? Hello? Yeah, we already have satellite. Yeah, man. Cat Grass is pretty interesting because Cat Grass can like do very, very random damage and stuff that, but yeah. Yeah, there's the green barret random drop there as well. Yeah, I'm using the Tiger Mask on him instead. So you can also use on Sabin as well. And eventually I am going to use on more characters, but yeah, but these prayer beads we probably could have gotten earlier and stuff that. The prayer beads is actually really good because it's evasion plus 20 and stuff that, which is pretty decent. Do we have both Populium and Ghost is the question. We have. Pretty certain we have Ghost. We have Populium though. I don't see Ghost or Populium actually. Because I believe, right, that the things that show up here, right? But I believe the things that show up are only things that you can quote-unquote learn, so to speak. Like the stuff that shows up in the Veld, like enemies that quote-unquote cannot be learned from doesn't show up, I think. Oh, damn it. Actually, that was good because I'm pretty certain that I already had that. Oh. I wasn't fast enough there to stop the thing. Yeah, we got ghosts there now. We have already had bomb. There's the pop bloom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Okay, so 39. So we're almost at 40. Let's get up to the damage actually that it should be. Of course, yeah, his stat is still pretty bad. The magic is stuck at 28, but yeah. Power Sash is actually really good, by the way. So now Twisted Band sometimes could be considered better because of the strength and agility and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, has been a few steals that I've been missing and stuff that I really wanted to get to right, but you know. You shouldn't ever like reload it unless you're trying to do some sort of completionist run and stuff like that, but then you know that would be very hard. But yeah. Actually, let's go to another question. So the character's powerful enough to do that though? Is the question though. Because one thing I noticed when I was able to go back into South Figaro when the gods had abandoned it, the one thing that I noticed is, for example, on a barrel you need to check from like several directions because sometimes it can be context sensitive. Like actually, there are certain barrels that you can get an item both from the top and then over to the side on as well. So because there should be two ones that I'm missing, of course, obviously. So that is from the left side, that is from that side. And the interceptor, of course, stays here. And there's the gravestone for General Leo, of course. I thought at first that it has to do with that. It doesn't have to do with the burnt down house because the burnt down house counts as its own location and stuff that. Yeah, and the stuff you find in there doesn't affect it. I thought that it would maybe be from the bushes or something like that, but I don't know if it can be from a tree or whatever. Can the flowers ever be anything, though, is the question. What are the ones that are not like, that doesn't even show up as exclamation points, that I think? Because I've been literally like searching so much in this place. That he is meant to say that to the old man. I cannot use like. Okay. Because you think that this is actually blocking. Okay, so that's one of them at least. Okay, so that one is very obvious. Okay, so one more. It's not interact with the well from a certain angle. That would be odd. The bushes. Nah. The clock is nothing, and this is nothing, and the statue is nothing. We can get more morning stars here because you can do it with morning stars, and yes, you can do it also with heavy lens. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have to two of the tiger mask, two of the tiaras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Two of the Mr. Bale. because I'm trying to calculate so that I get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So I have the correct amount of everything. Yeah. And we already did this one. Yeah. I know that those crates can also sometimes be something. There's the gumboots, which I got several of. And that is in case I'm going to do a certain strategy later on. But we already did this barrel from every single possible angle. Oh. I mean, it could be inside a building. Although I don't think there was anything in the building that would be like interactable with and stuff like that. But I did already try this bucket several times before, so you know. You just get very paranoid that, oh, is there something that I missed? Oh, is there something that is... Because sometimes the positioning is very dumb. Because you don't know every item that, or something that, you know, like could it just be like, oh, it's just a hidden passage somewhere and then, you know, and stuff like that, you know. It's probably gonna be these barrels, but just from a specific angle. I thought at one point that, oh, can it be the vegetables? I mean, yeah, you cannot go to that specific square from the side there, so... Can it ever be like a spot just on the grass is the question. Or is it going to be, oh, it's a position in the house somewhere? It's never going to be a fireplace or anything like that. That is just so frustrating. Okay, there's a treasure you missed. Is that treasure not available anymore? Like, is it, oh, the house burned down, so now it's not available? The worst thing is if it's going to be something that's a dead angle. What I mean by that is, for example, that, oh, there's a barrel behind somewhere and then you cannot even see it. This looked like it would have been like a passage here, so that into the back of the house, but, you know. There's nothing here. But yeah, it's really annoying when you're in this scenario and then it's like, okay, like, where the heck is it, you know, and stuff like that, and then it's just like, oh, it's just for this very specific square, oh, stand on this very specific square, and like, it's like... Because certain ones are, of course, very obviously, like, you know, like, oh, what was blocked by there? Is that blocked by the house, or is it something else? It is the one with the 2 pots. And again, you cannot go from that specific angle there, and we already checked that, I'm pretty certain. Please don't tell me that it can be the flowers. Like, oh, it's on these flowers here, you know? Because that has already been, like, you know. We already did this one here. And stuff that was something and stuff that, you know. Is there something there? Oh. So from down, from up, from down, because you can get to that specific. That's so stupid that it would be from flowers. Is it just because I know in other Final Fantasies, of course, there are like ones that are actually, you know, ones that can be on patches of grass or whatever, you know, and stuff that. I don't know unless we get to go down the well somehow. Oh, wait, I didn't check here. Tell me it's gonna be the bucket from the other side now. I already checked these buckets. Oh, the stove. No. This would have been annoying if this would have been it. If it would have been the bucket from this specific side, and that would have been the most annoying thing ever. If it would have been like, oh yeah, go from this specific side. Yeah, if you know where it is, if there's something specific, and keep in mind, yes, we already did this one stuff that, then that was one of the ones that I missed. Oh, I missed. I know that one. There's no way to get out of those flowers. That's them here. The elder there. And I don't know if it's just something like already those flowers, stuff that. Now it would make sense that oh, it's on a path here, somewhere and stuff that, you know. It just feels so odd, man. Like I wouldn't mind if it would be something like, you know, then what it should just be. Yeah, because that house, when you go inside there, basically that counts as it being its own thing and stuff that, you know, so there's no way that it was, oh, you have to go to the house like earlier and stuff that, like that doesn't seem to be a thing either. We already checked all the flowers and stuff like that. We tried these also as well here from different angles. So I don't know what's up with that, man. I don't know what's up with that, man, but yeah. Or we could actually go over there now to the place, because there was some treasure chest we can get over there as well. Yeah. I'm trying to not shit my pants or whatever, but yeah. Right, and it's never something on the world map, right, that gives you it, right? It's not like, oh, or search the forest or whatever, right, you know? Okay, so... Okay. I need to learn this sooner. Okay, I can learn again. Once I learn Regen, I need to jump over to something else. And he only needs Dispel now. Here. Once he learns Dispel, he can jump over to Carbuncle actually. Because I went on Syrup first with him and stuff like that. I've already gone out on the left side there, so to confirm that it's nothing, you know. And I believe you need to abuse the holes here and stuff like that, so yeah. But yeah, but I believe there is a certain amount of skills you need to get before you reach like World of Rune and stuff like that, you know. And the XP here is good, of course. Yeah, I don't have any equipped on him. Alright, he only has Cure left now. So... how close are you? This spell is still very far away, so... set up on him then instead. Because Unicorn is really what I would want to get here, but yeah. Because the cure in there is of course takes a while there. So setup is better actually, right now. But because that has as soon as well, so. And I know that there is some falling down that we need to do as well, because you cannot go up on these yet. And I basically managed to take the one that took me to the middle patty, but I could have jumped down there, and maybe that could have been a way to not, you know, finish the dungeon and stuff like that. That's where you learn about the statues, by the way, from that thing and from him telling a story as well. The old man. There was a save in here, that's actually very good. So I know that it's not this one. So let's test this one then. Right, and this is probably going to be the... yes. Happy suit, meow meow meow, is that the cat suit? I'm guessing that's not useful by him, I'm guessing that's useful specifically by... no, it's actually for that character, yeah. It's for the... it's for the old man's daughter. This is not his real daughter and stuff like that. But I should be able to check its stat, yeah, the type of suit. A cat suit that negates poison damage, defense 54, magic defense 36, strength +2, agility +2, stamina +2, magic +2, yeah, that's pretty decent. But then there's something you can do as well here. So the gates there you can see. Proceed okay, Runic okay, two-hand okay. Yeah. Well, both of them can use it. Both your button. Let me see it. Why can he use it like that? Yeah, because that makes you think that, oh, okay, it's a cat suit. But specifically when it's tabby, like, okay, so it's a pretty big one. But then it feels like, okay, like this. Like, because there is no tiger suit, I don't think there is, but yeah. Okay, so 2 more. Nice. Chocobo suit, what? Yeah, that's strength plus 3, agility plus 6. That has to be brings up once in the Chocobo. It's still for them, what, really? It's still only for them. I mean, the Chocobo suit is obviously meant to be for her, kinda. Which is weird though, right? Because there's no magic on it. Whatever, but that makes sense because she starts with the Chocobo brush or whatever, right? You know? So it's the same stats. That is 54, 36, that is 56, 38. Strength 3, agility 6, stamina 2. That one is strength 2, agility 2, stamina 2, magic 2. So yeah. Now, of course, that kind of makes sense, right? Because, you know. But also the tough enemies. So the ones that usually can take quite a lot of punishment. Oh, cats that ligger bismillant. Vad else is new? But if I remember correctly, the rage pool is not that big. I believe it's because they have very, very high defense actually. Because they call that adamant, of course. Nice. There's also something similar to the like for cat thing, the flurry thing that you get later on. Of that. Once he reaches a high enough level. You can also, quote-unquote, in the world of Rune, if you go to Domakasa there and you're not high enough level, then you get all the skills there. Oh, he learned Dragon now at 24k. Yeah. And I believe that the Fang, Sky Tiger, and like a Dragon, that's not what they were called in the original game. If I remember correctly, they had like other names, I think. Right, and he still needs 48% under the spell. Yeah. And then I should switch the combat. Back on him after that. We're learning race and Suna there. So there's probably going to be a place to jump down here, hopefully. Yeah, there's probably here. Yeah. Okay, that was just standard. I'm guessing that he is probably weak to like elemental damage or something like that, probably. I should have actually took a dump before we started recording, but yeah. I actually ate very little when I woke up today and stuff that, you know, just for... And yeah, actually the good thing about Ultimate Weapon is also that Ultimate Weapon, of course, just like in Final Fantasy 7, kinda is dependent on your like max health or whatever, right? Improve on race. Okay. So as soon as left, and Seraph will be start after that. Yeah, the spell is still quite far away. The spell isn't on Carbuncle, right? Nope. And it's not on Kirin, right? On Shiva. Shiva, nope. And not on Kirin either. Not on Carbuncle. Not on Seraph, of course, because he is already on that. But I could otherwise have him jump over to Kirin if... Because of course he needs only like once he's done with Seraph. I will have him jump over to Carbuncle probably. Most likely because he's probably going to get done quicker. So I will have him jump over the Carbuncle instead. And then when he gets done with Unicorn, for example, I can have him jump over to Kirin, for example Kirin, and then jump over to Shiva as well. And stuff like that, so yeah. So you have to kind of get around the Espers and stuff like that, but yeah. Because I want to quote-unquote go out to the title skin so I don't like waste a bunch of time like just letting the game run while I'm doing something and stuff like that, but yeah. Okay, and we only need one more treasure. Why not treasure? Knuckle. Not bacon. That's a weird tasting bacon. That's wasabi bacon. Knuckles. Yeah, we haven't seen like the super huge like cat scratch damage numbers yet. Yeah, so it should be this one then that we're missing. Yeah, just one. And that's just an explosion key, good. Just everything on the aspect cave, and I'm gonna do this. La teleport. Which, by the way, I should have actually, if I would have had the teleport spell, I could have probably teleported out of the quote-unquote place once I got a treasure chest there. Or maybe it's not a location that you can teleport out of. Whatever, but yeah. So it's pretty decent. So we got all of those now. All the SPK ones. Yeah, I got them all the sauce one, all the super strange one, because I had to go back and do that. Which we didn't in another code, of course, obviously, but yeah. We're missing one item in Narsha Mines specifically. Right, because the Yeti Cave, isn't that its own location, or is that still part of Narsha Mines? Is the question. Tamasa has something, but I don't think that it's doable anymore. I don't know. Imperial Observation Post, maybe. I don't know where the key is supposed to be to the Imperial Observation Post. Or if it's that you find the key there somewhere, because there's a hidden item somewhere. But I think that hidden item is also in that place as well. So we have all the Imperial Outpost stuff left. We have one item in Tamasa. We have one in Narsha Mines. So one in Narsha Mines. Specifically on items. Items in Tamasa as well. And an observation post 12 chests and one item. So I'd figure we managed to find the thing in as well, and also the thing in Albrook. So that. And the South Figure 1 location was pretty obviously when you saw what it was. Stuff there, but yeah. The Figure Castle, of course, those ones we cannot get. I'm pretty certain. Most of that the things aren't until later on. So we'll go back to Nars and double check. Go back to Narch and double check. But I want to check the Imperial Outpost first, actually. Yeah, so he has learned this sooner now. And switching to Carbuncle. Again, yeah, Unicorn is still quite a while later. Because Unicorn needs... Yeah, Unicorn used to have double on the speed on that, so... But he will be able to go over both Kirin into Shiva. Instead of that as well. Oh, you used to go to a certain... It is really, really annoying sometimes that it is really hard to figure out, like, oh, is it during a specific time? Is it a treasure that only you can find when you're controlling Leo or whatever, right? Because you can figure out that this would have affected this place. Now that it's like this. Yeah, because this is just still gonna be locked. So is this a Final Fantasy VII situation? Because I thought I heard a certain noise at one point. I also thought that, oh, maybe it's a hidden way into the place. Yeah, because this is nothing now. Yeah. Is it a specific character you need? Is the question. But I don't know why a specific character would be able to open this. Or is it that this just opens up at some point? That all this building has been damaged and now this is just open. Yeah, you can see there. But right, but this would make sense if this is something that, oh, you have to get this way later and stuff like that. I don't know. What's up with that, man? Because I also don't like to waste a bunch of times that we probably don't need to waste and stuff like that, so yeah. Right then, maybe go check Narch. Can also check if they have updated the shops here. So regular Narch, there's nothing in regular Narch, so it specifically needs to be inside the mines. Right, Masa needs a thing. Right, and as I said, Masa needed a thing, Narch mines has a thing. A single item. Same thing with Masa. And I figure Castle still has the same amount of things there. But I don't think there is an item there that we can get now and stuff there, but yeah. Right. Because I know that it has updated already before and stuff there, but I'm just checking if it did update again or whatever, because yeah. Because it's gonna be really, really annoying if we actually reach a point where, oh, we could have gotten like the 100% get all treasures and stuff that, you know, if we could have gotten it and then just we didn't, you know, and stuff that, you know. Well, double check something here. There's just a colored one here. And the armor is up here. And you can also read stats from another spot. Yeah. The main problem is also Narsha mines do have several parts to it or whatever as well, so yeah. 6. And we can actually go and save here, actually. I'm getting super sweaty now, but that's not because it's that's hot or anything, right? Because it's like, you know. Okay. I'm gonna stop the recording now, and then I'm gonna go back to the main menu and stuff that, you know. So yeah. And then we're gonna see if we can find a thing in the Norse mines. Where we can find a missing thing there. Yeah. And figure, I don't know if that item is gettable now or if it's meant to be a 4900 there. And stuff that, because yeah. Imperial observation post, I'm gonna have to double check that though. If it's that, when can you get those treasure chests? Is it something I've already missed, you know? Stuff that is only during a specific time. Or is it that one of the enemies drops a key or something like that? When you're there earlier and stuff that, that's the question, right? Like, is it just, you know? But yeah, so let's just exit to the title screen. And I'm gonna be back for more, of course, obviously, but right now I need to stop, so yeah. So hopefully you enjoy this part 1 of the Xenoxis show for the 27th of July 2025. I'll be back later on with the second part.